Yo, what's up everyone, and happy holidays. As you can see, I am celebrating Christmas here with my Con Club shirt. And today, hey, it's actually pretty warm here. It's December 23rd, and it is like 72 degrees outside. So I've been using all this time to actually sit and work on some projects. So I've had a ton of like different things that I've been needing to work on. My brother has a Ninja Turtles, so we did a flyback change on that, and didn't really fix it, so it still needs a cap kit. Although I ordered the wrong cap kit, so I need to. I actually just reordered some cap kits, and they'll be here tomorrow. I had a problem with the Neo Geo. I thought it was a flyback, and come to find out, I was talking to Buffett, and he was talking to me and kind of walking me through it. He said, "Look at the DAG." Other people say to just check all your solder connections, make sure everything's reflowed. So I have to pull that chassis out again and look at it because, again, I thought it was a flyback. I changed the flyback, and nope, that was not it. That did not fix it. Let's see, what else? Gyrus. So Gyrus had a control panel. It was really real nasty. It started flaking. The artwork was just getting old, and it was starting to rust underneath. So I pulled that off. I took off the old artwork. I sanded it. I painted it, and I put on the new CPO on it, and it looks pretty good. So Gyrus is pretty good. Gyrus is feeling good. I went ahead and took apart the joystick and cleaned it and kind of lubricated it to kind of just get it to play better. And I was scoring not too great at that game, but I was scoring about 80,000, and on my first try I scored 111. So just adjusting the joystick and whatnot, cleaning it up, definitely got it fixed where it's a little bit more playable. Let's see, what else did we do? I ordered some buttons for Pleiades. I'm gonna try to order a control panel overlay for Pleiades because it has the same problem Gyrus has right now. Where as far as the control panel is just kind of starting to flake and whatnot. Let's see, what else? I ordered a cap kit for Geo 7. I have two 13-inch chassis for my Dug cocktail. I capped it. It still had the same problem, and then I think it took out the flyback. So now I'm trying to figure out how to address that. I was talking to Buffett about that as well. Let's see, what else did I do? It's been like quite a bit. Oh, Jurassic Park. So Jurassic Park's been working great. After I replaced those coil sleeves, it's been working great. And I saw this little kit, and I want to say it was like $35. It was from Pinovators. And basically what it allows you to do is it allows you to put this little interface board, and you plug it into the spike system, and then they give you a little 1/8 cord that comes out of it, and it runs down to a sub. And oh my gosh, so I recently upgraded my living room speakers, and I actually had two subs running in there. Sorry, that's the little stepper motor from the laser. There's a laser going up above here. But I went ahead and changed out the two subs for one sub that was supposed to be a little bit stronger and whatnot. So I had two subs now, and I threw one in storage, and then I kept one because I was like, you know what, I'm going to do something with this. Maybe I'm going to put it on the Jurassic Park. So I was looking more into it, ordered the piece. Installation was a breeze. I'll have a video about that coming up soon. And oh my God, it makes a difference. If you remember, we also installed the shaker motor in the Jurassic Park, and that was a huge difference. With Jurassic Park, it really makes a difference with the T-Rex. The T-Rex stomps and whatnot, and the shaker motor goes, and it's crazy how much a difference it makes. And combined now with the subwoofer and just the noises and the songs and all that, and just the dinosaur and the game, it just rocks, right? Because Jurassic Park, I mean, the sound effects and whatnot in Jurassic Park are phenomenal. And on the pinball machine, having that subwoofer with it is just like pretty crazy. But today we're gonna look at a different game, and it's like right over here, sitting right over here. And if you remember, we did pick up a Dug Cabaret over the summer, and now it's inside. And I haven't really done much to it. I've been trying to get parts, and I was gonna restore it back to a Dig Dug because if you remember, it had a 60-in-1 board. It wasn't working. We got that board working because the voltages weren't right coming out of the power supply, but we got the board working. We got it all working. Works fantastic. The only thing is the whole game is JAMA. So I've been buying parts. I got an AR2. My buddy has a Dig Dug board that's broken. He's gonna attempt to fix it. I need the harness for it, and I need the power supply at the bottom. So just a couple parts to be able to fully restore it back to a Dig Dug. But in the meantime, I'm having a great time with this other idea that I had. Is because since the cab is JAMA, it was running the 16.1, and I was having a good time with it. It was okay. I forgot what else I put in there. Oh yeah, we put in this other like Pandora's box, and Pandora's box, like it has like 50 million games, and they're all like halfway good. Like they're emulated poorly. But the one thing I did buy is I bought a BitKit. My brother had one already, and he was doing these high score challenges, and he actually won over the summer. He won one of the high score challenges. But the only problem was you can only do one profile per PCB. So I could never participate in any of the challenges. And, I was like, we're in this whole quarantine thing. I should buy a PCB. And so I went ahead and I got one. And that's, it's JAMA. So that's what I stuck inside this Dug Cabaret. So we're just going to run through this and just take a quick look at it. I'm going to actually shut off this laser and some of these lights and stuff. They're making a little bit of ambient noise. But also... it's not really needed when we're looking at the game, so that way we try to reduce some of the reflections and whatnot. But yeah, I'm going to show you the BitKit, and hopefully everybody's having a happy holidays. I don't know. I'm going to shoot some more videos. I've been shooting a ton of videos, but I just have not been editing any of this stuff. I still have a pachinko machine that I worked on over the summer that I started editing it, and I never did a final closure video on it. So I don't have the final closure for it, so I need to edit that, and that's like a 6-month long video because I never did the closing shot for it. But let me switch off the lights, let me readjust the camera, and then we'll take a quick look at the BitKit and just some of the games that it has. And there's actually going to be a secret surprise since it's the holidays, right there. Right, so we'll talk about the secret game that's going to be coming out. And if you have not bought a BitKit, highly recommend it. It's pretty cool. There's a couple games on there that I've actually taken a liking to. And yeah, without further ado, let's just go ahead and look at it. All right, be right back. Okay, so I got the camera, I think, set up right and kind of adjusted the focus and exposure. If it does still look a little soft, it's because I'm having a little bit of issues with this monitor. It's a 4600 Wells Gardner, and again, I was talking to Buffett about this, but I can't get the monitor to focus just right. It just kind of drifts in and out, and he was actually talking about it. It could be some caps, and it's actually probably not the flyback, because he said the flybacks are pretty durable on these games. But let me go ahead and hit start, and we can kind of look at the menu system. So this is the BitKit, it's JAMA, and if you look, it has some games. It has Nibbler, Fantasy, Zarzan, Eyes, and it has quite a few different games. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to hit player 2, because it says player 2 start for options. So if I go into here, you can go into the system. Let me see. So here you can kind of change how the menu system looks. So you can turn the star field off, blinking. I kind of like it falling. It looks kind of like Galaxian. Has a track mode, free plays on, of course, height options, game select slot 1. So you can actually have it kind of like load up to a different slot here. I'm gonna go back, and controls. You can kind of test all the different buttons and whatnot. And then how to actually reset and get out of the game. It's a player 1, player 2 start. You just hold it. Video, let's see, what was this one? Flip screen. So we noticed when we first plugged it in, it was kind of like backwards. Vertical position, horizontal position, so you can kind of change all of that. Crosshatch kind of gives you monitor adjustments here, so it's kind of cool. So here's the kind of like the meat and potatoes of it. But here's the games. So I'm kind of showing you like this because we can kind of see 8 games at a time. And I am currently playing it on, sorry, my chair just keeps kind of squeaking here. And I'm currently playing it on a Dig Dug Cabaret, and Dig Dug Cabaret is a 4-way joystick. So I do have some games loaded on here, but then I also have them deactivated. So I have Nibbler, Fantasy, Pioneer Balloon, Vanguard, Zarzan, Eyes, Mr. TNT, Agor. So you can see on the camera, Pioneer Balloon and Vanguard, they're white. And the white ones are actually games that are 8-way joysticks. So I have them loaded just, if I ever put it into an 8-way cabinet, I can just turn those games on instead of having to load them up. I just switch them back on. But I do have them turned off here just because it's on a 4-way. So Piranha Titan, Glob, BC, which BC Glob, it's kind of the same. But oh my gosh, like that's been like one of the games that I've actually taken a like to. Eek, Lizard Whiz, Pango, Crush Roller. And I want to say these are like the listed kind of like as the ROM names, I think, if I remember correctly. Because the name doesn't necessarily correlate to what the game title is sometimes. So at least in my experience. And let's see what else we got. We have Anteater, we have Frogger, Scramble, Super Cobra, Jump Bug. Jump Bug would have been one of those ones that I would have liked to have on, but it's an 8-way. Really hard to play. And what was it? I think I was playing Scramble, and I couldn't play Scramble either. But yeah, I mean, those are great games that I wish I could play and practice. Anteater is a great game. Frogger, everybody knows that one. Amadar, used to have that on the 2600. Turtles, I actually haven't played Turtles yet, so I gotta play that one. Armored Car, great game. Tasmania, Triple Punch, The End, Crazy Kong. Crazy Kong is like a very weird variation of Donkey Kong. Really weird music, and I want to say the game levels are a little bit different as far as how they're laid out and whatnot. But I was playing it the other night. It seemed harder, I guess, just because it was different. But eventually I was getting good at it. So like your skills just kind of, if you're good at Donkey Kong, they eventually go right into Donkey Kong after a few levels. Galaxian, cool game. It's really hard. I almost prefer it over Galaga. I have both a dedicated Galaxian and a Galaga. I don't know, there's something about Galaxian, the one shot, it just seems like your skill set has to be a little bit higher. Uniwars, Mooncresta, Hot Shocker, Scramble Remix. Unfortunately, again, that's an 8-way, so I had to have that one turned off. Eyes 99. Eyes is a great game. And then I added, of course, Pac-Man, Pac-Man Plus, Miss Pac, and Miss Pac-Man Plus. I love Pac-Man Plus, but I had never played Miss Pac-Man Plus. So when I played that, it was just, it was awesome. Junior Pac-Man, that's a game that, it's very hard for me. I don't know, like I'm halfway decent at Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man, but Junior Pac, it's just whole nother level. And I'm okay at it, and I was playing it the other day trying to get better at it, but I can't even really get past the second level. I just need to dedicate some more time to it. And Abscam and Satan, I want to say it's Satan Satellite or whatever. And then we do have some empty slots here. So the big Christmas reveal is that Galaga is going to be put onto the BitKit, which is going to be really cool. So I think that's going to be neat. But let's go through and play a few games. Nibbler is one of these ones that I've been playing, and you can see how it loads. It loads up like the actual the game's actually loading and whatnot. But Nibbler is one of those games that I recently started playing, and I had played it before. And to be honest with you, anybody that's ever played like Snake on the Nokia, old like mobile phones has definitely played some kind of version of this, and it's just it's pretty simple, but it gets challenging pretty quick as he goes a little faster. And the interesting thing about the BitKit is you can actually change some of the options. So like on Pac-Man, you basically load one ROM, but then you can determine whether it's the fast version or if it's the what do you call it, the regular speed version. You can kind of control how many lives it has and whatnot. And so it's pretty cool because you can kind of load your own version you want of these different games. Oh man, I just totally messed that up. I notice I can't play and talk. This is always a problem that I have. But yeah, it's like it's you know, it's really, I don't know, it's really cool in the sense that you can change all those options, and you know, it's not too difficult. The menus are pretty easy to work with. See, I'm trying to take it a little bit more seriously now. Although, you know, they have patterns for this, and I have not figured out what those patterns are. Of course, I'm not good enough for that. So my patterns are just like whatever it takes to not die. Although I have gone and I've actually run out of time, so you can actually run out of time if you're kind of screwing around. And then I didn't know, like, you can actually stop the snake also against the wall. Sorry, I like this game. This game's kind of fun. It's like relaxing, but also stressful all at the same time. Dang it. I can't get the turn sometimes fast enough. But I was just going to play this through because this game is actually pretty fast, and I don't think I've gone more than like wave 12. And at this rate, I'm not doing too hot, so we don't have to worry about it. Oh man, that's like not good. Yeah, we're definitely gonna run out of time. I don't know what I was doing. Okay, so anyways, that's Nibbler. If you press, oh wait, I still have another life? What? That's interesting. I didn't know I had that. I thought I was done. Let's just run this out, and then we can call it a game here. Yeah, almost like ate it right there. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that should be done. Oh no, I must have got another life. When you're trying to die and for some reason you keep surviving. I'll definitely die here. I always die on this stage. This stage is like, it's always problematic. At least for me. See, and I like do the adjustment to like move and nothing. Okay, so there you go. High score, so move joystick up or down, select a letter. So I always put PAL. There we go. Cool. So the other cool thing is it does save scores. So you can see all my scores there. 50,660 is like the highest I've ever gotten, which is terrible. But really cool game. Again, if you've played it on a cell phone, you know, you've definitely played that game. Player 1 and 2, that'll actually get you out to the main game. So I want to say I think I saw Beastie on here twice. So I need to go through and delete that. Yep, I sure do. I don't know if you caught that, but so I'm going to go ahead and go into my settings, and I'll just show you like how quick it is to go through here. So if you look, Beastie's in slot 12, but if you look, it's also in slot 40. So I'm going to go ahead and go into that game, and see through here you can set up the settings. So lives, difficulty, demo sound, cocktail. Enables basically whether or not you want the game to be running, right? So like some of those 8-way games, I disabled them. This one's enabled, right? Boot, do you want it to like boot up with that? You can actually change the menu name. So if the name's wrong, you can actually change that. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit erase game, and it's going to say, are you sure? Now, this is one thing that I have not figured out, and I wish I could figure out. But it leaves like an empty slot, and I wish like it would like kind of like bump, or I don't know. I really wish that like it has a BitKit manager on the computer. I wish you could manage, I guess, the games a little bit better as far as like sliding them around and stuff. Because to do this like swap, it like kind of like doing it through the game, it kind of takes a while. So I'm going to tell it to swap. And actually when it swaps with the empty slot, it doesn't take as long. So you can see it's swapping it out. It does take a little bit of time, but when you swap two different games, oh my gosh, it takes like 2 minutes or something like that. So if you're doing a lot of swapping and trying to organize your games a certain way, it does take a long time. We should have put a little stopwatch here so we can see how long this takes. But you can see, I mean, it's not super quick considering that these ROMs are pretty small in size. I don't know what's going on in the background. I'm not claiming to know anything about all of that, but you can kind of see it does take a bit. And I've actually hit the button before thinking that, it glitched or something like that. But nope. See, so like if you move the joystick, it's nothing. It's actually working. It's actually doing something. It says swapping. And you can see it just keeps taking a long time. So that's actually not too bad. When you actually do it, on two different games, when you're swapping two different ROM files, then it just takes a long time. But actually, speaking of Beastie, which is Glob or whatever, that was a game that I kind of liked. So I'm not going to sit here and play all these games, but I just kind of wanted to show you just a little bit how the BitKit runs and whatnot. And come on, let's load up. There we go. So when I first started playing this game, it was just like super cool. Oh, okay. So Nibbler has basically where you press start, it's like ready to go. It's like running on free play. This one is actually you have to coin it up. And the way you coin it up is you take the second player and you double tap the button, coins it up, and then you hit player 1. So here's, I'm trying to remember. Okay, so it's 2 buttons. And then you have to call these elevators, and you can actually squish these guys with the elevator. And you want to get, you can actually like jump on them. I don't know, this game's pretty cool. I don't know, I liked it. It's kind of weird and quirky. Oh man, I thought I was going to squish him with the elevator. Okay, so let's get all the way up to the top. We were almost done. Okay. I don't know, this game is like really weird, but I like it. It's pretty cool. Let's call that elevator. I like it. And then like later on, it's kind of like a puzzle in the sense that there's a... I think you can go like through here. Yep. So it's kind of cool because you can actually go left to right, which is kind of neat. But later it has like walls, so you have to figure out like which way to go. It's kind of cool. So here, this is what I'm talking about, where it has a wall. So I can't go that way, so I have to go actually all the way this way. And that's how I found out that you could go back and forth, is I found that was the only way to get to the other part. But super weird, cool game. Man, he almost got on top of me there. So here's another example of... Man, I actually did that off the screen. I don't know, it's just kind of a cool game. Whoops. This is one of those ones where it starts becoming a little bit more of a puzzle, where you're trying to figure out, okay, like how do I get to the top and bottom here? Okay, let's see. Oh wait, nope. So you have to go this way. Oh wait. Oh yeah, here. Oh, I should have just... There we go. Oh man, they called the elevator on me. So technically I was already up there. I did all that for nothing. There we go. I don't know, this game's like, I don't know, it's just, it's weird, but it's fun. It's just like a very odd game. You just start getting more of these characters. Starts getting a little faster. Oh man, he like respawned on me. Okay. Where am I at? Oh man, I didn't even see that. But anyways, that's Beastie Feasty, I think. Yeah, very very cool game. So that's the BitKit. I mean, you know, for this Dug Cabaret cabinet that's wired for JAMA, it's perfect. Sorry, I'm gonna go ahead and put my initials in. I really like this cabinet for this kit. If he actually does get Dug for this BitKit, because there's rumors that he might include Dug in there, which would be freaking awesome if he does include Dug. And if he did include Dug, I'm kind of like, do I convert it all the way back to Dug? I know these cabarets are kind of rare. There's only like, I think, a little over 400 of them around. So it's not a cabinet you see often, but it's not too bad. It's not too difficult to convert it back to a dedicated Dug. But I think this cabinet is very versatile right now with the BitKit in it, just because you get to play different games. Somebody already drilled a couple holes in the control panel. So I'm actually probably going to get a CPO from Rich, and I'm also going to order a Pleiades from him, also CPO. So that way I just keep this one, and I'll just have it just in case if I ever go ahead and convert it back. And then the Pleiades also, I just need to get that one fixed. But anyways, that was the BitKit. Hopefully you enjoyed that video, and you kind of got a glance at the BitKit here and got to see kind of what it was about and what it looks like. But yeah, that's it. And Nibbler is kind of cool too. Just real quick, you can change the options on Nibbler, and you can, whoops, let me go back. You can actually change which stage you start on, which is kind of cool. So where's it at? Practice. So is it, yeah, whoops, went too far. So you can play it on like one of the more difficult levels, which is kind of cool, but also super hard. I'm just nowhere near that good. But let me just show you just real quick, because it's kind of interesting how fast it is. But here's Nibbler if you ever got really good. Look at how fast that is. That's crazy, right? Can't even control it. Yeah. Actually, I was getting halfway decent at this. It's hard when you're talking and shooting on camera, and you're kind of like at a weird position. But I was getting to the point where I was like actually like okay. Yeah, I messed that up. I can't remember what stage I was getting to. I think I was getting to like stage 5 or 6, which for me is like, I'm not very good at these games, guys. But yeah, it's just kind of, it's interesting like how fast it is. So I was also, I started playing this game, and I forgot like a long time ago, I had bought the DVD, The Man vs. Snake, which is a documentary about them going for the high score on this game. And it's crazy, right? I mean, it's a long game. It's like 30, almost like 40 hours, like as far as how long they have to play in order to get the high score. But if you haven't seen that documentary, it's really cool. Definitely recommend it. And definitely recommend the BitKit, and the sense like you get to play like, those levels without actually having to be good enough to actually, get to those stages. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, just drop them in the comments. Yeah, I mean, it's really cool. Oh, and the other thing, one last thing. So this BitKit is Bluetooth. And the Bluetooth functionality, sorry, I can't speak right now. The Bluetooth functionality allows you to take your high scores and you can upload them to an online leaderboard. So it's not just like your local high scores or whatever. You actually get to see like how you stand up against other players that are playing online, which is kind of cool. So kind of, you know, especially during this whole like quarantine thing, you actually get to like take some of your high scores and, you know, adjust them and, you know, see you know, it's not just your local thing going on. You get to actually send those scores up to basically an international leaderboard, which is kind of cool. But yeah, that's the BitKit. This is the Bluetooth version. Really, really cool. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and you enjoyed some of those games. I might play some of these other games. Might stream them a little bit online. But without further ado, hopefully everybody has a happy holidays. I know I'm going to try to relax and just enjoy my time here at home without having to actually be at work at home, which is a little bit of a change. But everybody be safe, and I hope to see you all in 2021. I will see you all later.